And he should.
Ooh.
Holy shit! Put it out! After all he's done for you, don't you dare walk away! You fucking sit down now!
Daddy ass demanding a scissor. Oh!
And you know what, Taz?
By God, we're gonna get it!
Well, MJF may have lost the battle, but the war with Bullet Club Gold is far from over. MJF will have to face the Guns for the Ring of Honor World Tag Team Championship at the 0 Hour for Full Gear. Then the main event, Switchblade Jay White, one-on-one with MJF. Who will be world champion? Who will leave LA at the top of AEW?
Yo, party people, what is up? It's your boy, the best Gabber in the biz. Another episode of Dynamite is in the books as the road to Full Gear continues. It is only 2 weeks away from this Saturday night. MJF may not have gotten his belt back, but he got to totally scissor with the Acclaimed after Max took the bullet from him like a true brother and best friend would. Swerve and Hangman is getting so intense that it may be causing friction within the Elite. And plus, Trios action has been made. Christian Cage, our Father of the Year, is going to have to get speared once again by his now former best buddy, Adam Copeland, the Rated R superstar. And Mox and Orange are ready to run it back for round 2. Guys, don't worry. Everything that happened here on Dynamite tonight, you're going to hear right here, right now. So get ready to like and hit that subscribe button. You know you want to, because the newest episode of The Gift with Gabe covering tonight's Dynamite starts right about, now. Alright guys, so first things first, full discrepancy. The show was alright. I think they did very well in, getting the stories out. Like Devil Mask, who's behind that. Always really curious to see who that is. Building a good story of MJF continuing to have a jump over obstacles because he literally got pinned by Jay White tonight. Didn't get back his Triple B. Stories like Mox and Orange to run it back and Swerve and Hangman getting so personal and a little friction within the Elite is all very good. I feel like the crowd killed a little bit of this episode. A bad crowd always makes things, not as good when you have an amazing crowd. WWE, AEW, we've all seen examples of this. But at the end of the day, it's okay. It was still a good show to get us driven into Full Gear, which is where we're going to get big rematches like Orange Cassidy, 2-time international ruler of the world, versus Jon Moxley, the rematch of Wrestle Dream, where they absolutely stole the show. First off, I loved how Moxley literally described the process of him losing the international title a month ago at Grand Slam. Ray Phoenix basically doing a kamikaze leg move just to take him out of the international title picture for about a month. Literally a perfect way to describe it, and it really made you feel. In terms of this rematch, I am so down for it. There was always the original plan, though. Moxley was supposed to be the champion. I'm still glad we are going to get it anyway. This time, though, Orange Cassidy, our international ruler of the world, 2 times over. This time he's going to walk in with the championship, and he's going to walk out with said championship. This has all just been to make him more aggressive and more hungry to keep that championship, because now he knows how it feels to be without it. So it's going to be another banger at Full Gear, but this time I got Orange Cassidy freshly squeezed, just finding a way this time to squeeze out that victory and prove to Jon Moxley how good he really is. Guys, I said we were talking about rematches. Well, guess what? Swerve Hangman 2, one of the best matches of the year. We are running it back at Full Gear. It has gotten deeply personal. Swerve broke into the house of Hangman and dropped a shirt onto his kid. Hell, it's getting to the point where there's rematches coming at the cost of maybe potential friction within the Elite. So what the hell is going on? How do we get here? Because Hangman, he dipped during the Trios title match. Young Bucks versus the Mogul Embassy. And now new ROH 6-man tag team champions, the Mogul Embassy. Bucks were pissed, but they're like, yo, you know what? Whatever. We're not even pissed with Hangman. Kenny, we're pissed with you because you're letting this dick, Chris Jericho, come into our locker room after what he did to our father, Papa Buck, 2 years ago. The Young Bucks look to be seeing a little bit more of a heel turn for the first time in a little bit. So, makes you wonder, are we going to see fully heel Young Bucks? Potentially, we're going to see the opposite of what we saw in 2021 with the Young Bucks actually going with Adam Page, all turning heel, and Kenny Omega remains as the face. That would be a very interesting dynamic, but heel Young Bucks was very entertaining, and I really feel like heel Hangman Adam Page could be like a little bit of a striking of a gold mine, because we'd be like, holy shit, this is going great. So despite all the Paul White stuff, which I don't think will be terrible, Sting makes a freaking street fight look good, so I'm sure Paul White can. This new friction within the Elite makes rematches like Hangman and Swerve even more intriguing, because are these personal rivalries and animosities going on outside the Elite when they're doing their own business going to cause friction within the group when they try to, reconvene and just talk things out? And it's because of one man in particular, a man who swerves when he drives, because it's whose house? Swerve's house. Guys, tonight, another match for Full Gear that was made official was Adam Copeland finally coming to his senses, unfortunately at the behest of spearing our father of the century, Christian Cage, will team up with Sting and Darby Allin to face father of the century, greatest TNT champion of all time, Christian Cage, Nick Wayne, and Luchasaurus. First off, this match is going to be definitely really great. Hands down, it's going to give us a little bit of the tease in the ring of what Adam Copeland and Christian Cage are going to do for when they eventually come together, potentially maybe even at Worlds Collide for the TNT Championship. He laid out Christian with the first of what will be, unfortunately, many spears for our resident father figure here in AEW. God dang it. So, at the end of the day, Nick Wayne, to me, is going to be the one that takes the pin. He's the youngest guy here. He can afford to take the pin. He's with Christian Cage. He's all good. His father figure will build him back up, make him even better because of it. So at the end of the day, Copeland, Sting, Darby, you're all going to get the win over Christian Cage and his sons, Nick Wayne and Luchasaurus. But at the end of the day, just remember that no matter what happens at the end of Full Gear, he will still be our father figure, father of the century, and the greatest TNT champion of all time. Christian Cage will still be a menace and the greatest champion that's ever lived. Speaking of champions, guys, Maxwell Jacob Friedman, our scumbag MJF. We say it all the time, every week at this point. He's constantly going through it, literally while trying to search for partners all freaking night, which he made hilariously entertaining. Freaking writing emo bitch on Darby's freaking locker room sign. Jesus. In the process, he got confronted by Wardlow, who made a promise to take everything away from MJF, and he wouldn't even see it coming. Maybe that's something. Maybe that's a little bit of a teaser, with the devil stuff. I don't really know. I'm still intrigued. But he tried to get back at Triple B, and at the end of the day, Mr. Bang Bang Gang leader himself, a truly elite world champion, self-proclaimed Jay White, got the win in the 8-man tag match after Max finally wore that awesome pink attire and teamed up with the Acclaimed. They ended up losing. Bullet Club Gold gets the win and is still in possession of the Triple B. If you already didn't think MJF was walking out with the championship at Full Gear, it's definitely happening now, as in to also getting confronted by whoever is behind this devil mask. So, at the end of the day, MJF did not regain his Triple B. But he was able to do something absolutely glorious. He was able to finally scissor with Daddy Ass in the Acclaimed, and it was beautiful. That's what happens when a main bro like Max Caster does that and takes a bullet for MJF. He learned from the Adam Cole Chacho handbook, man. He took the bullet and he got a reward and a scissor with his best bud, Maxwell Jacob Friedman. Glorious moment to end a solid night of action. Cannot wait for Full Gear when MJF regains his Triple B and proves why nobody despite whoever is behind the mask, that nobody is on the level of the devil. Alright, you guys, that is Dynamite. We are done. Skis. Put it in the rearview mirror. We're done. This Friday night, SmackDown is the final stop before Crown Jewel on Saturday night. Cena, Solo, LA Knight, yeah, and Roman Reigns. These rivals will go head to head one last time before their individual huge blockbuster matches this coming Saturday night. And then Crown Jewel this Saturday. Jeddah, Saudi Arabia, you already know it's going down. Cena, Solo, like I said, LA Knight, yeah, versus the Tribal Chief, the head of the table, undisputed champ, Roman Reigns, for the championship, for all the marbles. Drew McIntyre, Seth Rollins, who needs to win it more for the World Heavyweight Championship? Logan Paul is going to beat Rey Mysterio for that United States Championship and make that deadbeat dad even more of a loser and a deadbeat. Sami Zayn, he's gracing us on the kickoff show and he's going to beat down that JD McDinner waiter, dumbass, whatever you want to call him, to kick things off on the show. Guys, trust me, you're not going to miss any of the shows coming up, like Crown Jewel this Saturday, or Full Gear 2 weeks after that, or Survivor Series War Games after that, or even World's End. My God, it's insane. Guys, you want to know why you're not going to want to miss these shows? It's because you're definitely not going to want to miss what your boy, the best Gabber in the biz, has to say afterwards. So, like I said, guys, I love it. Please keep doing it. Like, hit that subscribe button, and most importantly, remember most of all, that when it comes talking wrestling, who better to gab with than Gabe right here. Alright, guys, until then, I will see you after SmackDown this Friday night on the final stop before an awesome Crown Jewel. But until then, you guys, I'm out of here. Deuces, I'll see you guys on Friday.